Hey guys, welcome to Nerdarchy, for Nerds by Nerds. I'm Ted, and today I'm hanging out with
Ryan.
Dave.
And today we're going to do another edition of What Does Your Class Say About You? And today we're talking to the Blood Hunter.
Jump down in the description below where you can find Nerdarchy, the newsletter, game weekly tips, as well as learn how to game with Nerdarchy.
So, by now I'm certain you've probably heard of Mike Mercer's...
or
Matt Mercer. My
Mercer.
apologies.
Who is this Mike Mercer you speak of?
He's a cousin of Matthew
Different
Mercer.
Eminem.
Yeah.
Matt Mercer's Blood Hunter. It's over available over on the DM's Guild. It's a really cool thing. There was...
Four
archetypes now.
You have the Lycan, Profane Soul,
Mutant, Order of the Mutant,
and the Ghost Walker.
Ghost Walker? Was it Ghost Walker?
I think so.
Or Ghost Hunter?
I don't think it's a hunter though,
I
because
think
they're
it's
all
a Ghost
hunters.
Walker.
I think it's Ghost Walker too, but we could be wrong. You guys, let us know in the comments below.
So all of the different archetypes are insanely different, but they're all rooted in that class, the Blood Hunter, that you are
They have one common denominator. You're really pissed off by evil. So pissed off by evil, you're willing to use evil to fight evil.
Yeah, you're like willing to inject it, and you're good to go, and then beat.
That's the Order of the Mutant. Yeah, other ones you're willing to be infected by it.
Well,
make a deal with it.
Yeah.
Doesn't every single Blood Hunter have to like drink something or take some kind of thing?
Yeah, the idea with the Blood Hunter is they do use alchemy to bring about their changes. Yeah.
Right. Now I know with the mutant, he goes even further with his concoctions, but like I had remembered that they all take this thing to say, okay,
they're all essentially Walter White. That's the guy from Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
I've never actually watched it. They're all essentially that guy.
So they're making meth. All right, good. I think we can get into this.
Yeah. So it's like, all right, you are willing to. You are so into your cause that you're willing to drink this thing that can potentially kill you if you're not of the right stuff.
I feel like a lot of like what does your class say about you? Some of the classes are a little murky and they're really hard to define, but not the Blood Hunter. It's real simple. Something bad happened. Yeah. There's something drove you over the edge.
They're all a little like the Punisher from Marvel Comics. The Punisher sort of concept of like just being that like you're on a very thin line of being just as bad as the things that you're against.
No, I don't think there's a line, really. You're just as bad. You just, if you ask Frank Castle, it's like, one of his lines that I love is like, because in one of the storylines, it's about, one of the characters is talking to him about the redemption. He's like, the Pope couldn't get me into heaven. No, they know. Or like, there's a meme that goes around. I think it's like, I don't know if it's actually a Batman quote or whatever, but it's something along the lines of, if you murder a murderer, the number of murders have stayed the same. But then there's another one that follows that, with the Punisher picture, and it's something along the lines of, that's why I don't stop at one.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Batman's logic is you just don't kill. He doesn't like to cross that line. Whereas the Punisher says, I got no problems with this.
Yeah, well, so the Blood Hunter they're hunting for blood. Like the evils they need to destroy. Like especially they're talking in terms of supernatural, your undead, your demons and devils, maybe even some of your malicious fae. Like you just take them out. Mm-hmm. So you're reducing the number of like spooky supernatural things in the world by one every single time.
But what does being a Blood Hunter mean, or what does it say?
It's you're a dark person.
You're a dark person, and it can create problems. Like you can walk into a town and you have a reputation. People are frightened with you. They might not want to do business. You might not be welcome in certain places. They might hire you to do a job, and then as soon as the job is done,
they want you
thank you, now get out.
Yeah.
It can be rough to be in one of those situations. Whereas your typical D&D classes, you're viewed as a hero. You could be put on pedestals. Blood
The
Hunters-
Blood Hunter, it always ends with you being, what is it, the Incredible Hulk, Bruce Banner, like walking away with the sad piano. Every single session of that should kind of end that way.
The party's standing there looking at each other. What's he doing? Why is he doing that again?
Yeah.
So that's the defining moment, and so when you're creating your Blood Hunter, I think if you do nothing else, you have to probably make that moment. What happened in your character, because that's going to define him for the rest of his career. What made him become a Blood Hunter?
What
did he lose?
Yeah.
Was it your wife? Was it your children? Was it your mom? Was it your dad? Was it a brother? Was it a sister?
Was it your entire family? Was it your? Yeah, you jumped right there. You went straight to the whole town. You were the lone survivor.
Did your whole dimension get destroyed, and now you find yourself here in this D&D world, making pacts with patrons, infecting yourself with lycanthropy, and drinking strange substances?
Well, that would be good. You could basically be like Ash from Evil Dead. Like you get teleported here. Like you're a guy that worked in a retail store, and now you're just like warped. I love it. I'm into it. Ash from Evil Dead.
Yeah, it's funny because the Blood Hunter so lives in the shades of gray, but defining the Blood Hunter is purely black and white, in my opinion. It's very simple. You're not. I don't think you're ever going to find a happy-go-lucky one. I guess you could play one if he's like the sad clown.
You could be like Deadpool. Like where you do some grimy stuff, but you kind of like joke about it.
It's
just to hide the pain inside.
Yeah. What's that?
It's just to hide the pain inside.
Well, and then that your face looks awful, and all the jokes that were in Deadpool about it. Yeah. So that was some good stuff.
It was some good stuff.
I gotta watch it again now.
Yeah.
So we have Dark Soul.
Dark Soul, not liked.
Yeah, kind of scary. But I was thinking, and then from there, it's like each one of the.
I feel like your individual ones, like the ghost, whatever the ghost one is, guys. We'll take a beating in the comments for this. But I feel like that one's almost like maybe could be a little more pious. Like you could be more of a preacher sort of character.
That one feels the less messed up of all.
The least, yeah, it definitely does. But I could see like a very like priestly sort of character taking on that mantle to take on the things that are from beyond this realm as far as that goes.
The Order of the Mutant, like you're gonna.
You're a junkie, dude. You're playing a junkie, basically. You need your fix to get the job done.
Yes, you're drinking potions and you're concocting things that are possibly mixed with ground up monster parts or monster blood.
And he's like, or whatever he needs to do.
You're kind of like the very Jekyll and Hyde sort of character.
I find that one's got the most diversity to it, so I was drawn to that to be able to all right, well,
I think I like that one the least. I like the concept, I just don't like the mechanics.
The mechanics need, exactly.
But I like the liking a lot, and the Profane Soul is almost like the better blade lock,
right,
than the actual blade lock,
right.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think they're all pretty cool. They're all, I think the Blood Hunter has those archetypes really allow for each one to feel very distinct.
Yeah, because you absolutely when you play the Lycan, you are definitely a more savage and primal type person. If you're playing the Order of the Mutant, I think of them all, that's like the craziest because you're putting weird things in your body all the time.
Every day.
The Profane Soul is, you've sworn your allegiance to another power. To gain power.
Basically, the same type of person that would swear the allegiance to in a Warlock pact is the same sort of.
No, it's slightly different. And here's why I say that is because I feel like the Profane Soul does it for a specific purpose. Yeah.
They chose the lesser evil, and they're going to tie themselves to that lesser evil to hunt down the greater evil.
Yeah, where I feel like a warlock, there could be a lot of reasons why you take the Patreon. I also feel like too with the Profane Soul is less. It's going to always be for less selfish reasons. I mean, it might not necessarily be true. I mean,
of every warlocks could function differently, but you're saying in this instance that,
yeah, and then the Ghost Walker, or whatever it is really called.
Ghost Hunter, maybe. I don't know.
It is completely different in a sense where that one feels like the most enlightened of all of them, and the most, like you said, righteous. And I believe they do have like wisdom stuff and more religious connotations. They really are more like the witch hunter type of archetype, I think. You know, so I feel like that one of all of them is the least dark.
Right. Yeah, you could just go that. I mean, it's dark in that you're very dedicated to one task, but it's the less like grime on your soul and spirit, perhaps.
It's what is it? Was it Holy Avenger or was it just Avenger? It was a class in 4E Pathfinder. It's a divine class. It's almost like the divine assassin type class.
Might have been Avenger. Sounds about right.
Yeah, and I think so. So they feel more like that. They feel definitely like, you know, your Inquisitor type character from the church. So I feel like like that kind of person is generally going to be more harsh. You know, they're more of an investigator.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just my opinion.
So what do you guys think out there? The Blood Hunter. Playing one, what does it say about you? Put your comments down below where I got it. Like, share, even subscribe.
You can find us over on Twitter.
You can find us at nerdarchy.com.
So until next time, stay nerdy.
nerdy.